Well, hello everyone, this is another Dark Souls video. I'm making these videos because I love Dark Souls actually, it's my favorite game. I can find no wrong in it, especially not in this Nintendo Switch version. I had a part 2 where we went through the beginning of the game, the Undead Asylum. Or is that where we're going now? Whatever, some prison. We were in the prison, the tutorial stage. And now we're here at the hub world. You know, this is Filing Shrine. This is where all the action happens. This is some prick sitting over there. And we're going to fight up until the first boss, which is, sorry about the grass, yonder up there. Yonder up there. He's not too difficult, but first time players, you'll have a tough time. We're going to go, what is this? East from the Filing Shrine? Anyway. So I've been talking to you about the basics as I've been playing, and I don't know all the terms correctly. Some things I'm going to get incorrectly. Feel free to shout at me in the comments and correct me. I just know how to play the game well and fully. Well, these are your first like real enemies, you know, actual soldiers. And this is where you will learn for the first time what ganking is. And ganking is when more than one enemy at a time attacks you. In this game, it's like 3, 4, 5 enemies will attack you at a time. So let's get them first. Right click, targets. Backstab. Getting a backstab is a little difficult. You've got to know the timing and you've got to know... Oh, see? Look at that. I said in an earlier video that even the weakest enemies can take you down, and this guy, he almost took me down. So I'm going to play a bit more cautiously. Let's run up here, dodge this, kill him. There's a guy up the stairs, kill him. No. You see what I mean? If you don't play correctly, you're gonna die. I was playing poorly and now I'm dead. But it's not really a death. This game is all about rebirth. Now I'm gonna appear back at the bonfire. I wasn't really focusing there. You gotta be focused or be fucked in Dark Souls. And now I'm a disgusting fucking hollow again. Let's try this one more time. Well, let's try this many times until we get it right. That green essence over there are all these souls that I lost. If I do not collect all my souls, then I will lose them on my second death. So you have one chance to get your souls back. Well, guess what? All your work, all your effort was for nothing. Not really though. I mean, you're at least going to learn the pattern of enemies. So no death is truly wasted in this game. Except when you... Okay, some deaths are wasted when I think about it. Right, now let's safely go collect my souls. Okay, there we go. Now you'll see that I'll get all my... Oh, I didn't have any souls. Anyway, what I just picked up now was points, souls of the lost undead. I'm going to use this at the bonfire to get more points. And since I want to be not hollow for this playthrough, I'm going to go back and use my humanity to reverse my hollowing. There we go. It's better to be human when you can, because that means you can do things, you can summon players and you can be invaded, and better things happen when you're human. It's like, if you can, stay human. Let's use this thing. Maybe I can level up. Maybe. Oh, excuse me, guys. The only issue I have with this port is that it's not 60 frames per second. But it is, you know, how can a Switch be 60 frames per second? It's just impossible. I mean, for Dark Souls, it just doesn't have the power. This is perfect, you know? It's, excuse me, it's a constant 30 frames per second, which is, you know, what more do you want? All the enemies, of course, reappear when you die. Yeah. So you can certainly spend your time farming, but, you know, 99% of the enemies are just going to come back and murder you. So just be careful of which enemies you farm, because not every area is worth farming. Let's get this guy. Let's get this guy. Ah, honestly. Okay, now that we've made it up here, let's go get that power up. There is another power up down there, but I will probably die. Once we enter the sewer, there's going to be a rat to the left of us. And you want to kill rats quickly, or else you get poisoned. And being poisoned is terrible, because unless you have a specific item, you're going to die from being poisoned. This gate can only be opened at a later time, when I get to this part of the section. But for now, the first real difficulty spike of the game, or your first challenge, I suppose. Lordran, it is really a very pretty place. I know, you know, it's Dark Souls, but I find it quite pretty. The Undead Berg. So many hidden secrets here. There's one of them. Very nice. Always check your surroundings. You see, these idiots, they could have easily ambushed me. Oh my gosh. You gotta watch out for these guys especially. When they get you en masse, they will take you the fuck down. You see what I mean? Oh yeah. Rolling destroys barrels and it's a lot of fun. Always roll. See, look at this trap. Hey, hey. Now you see the architecture and the design language of Dark Souls works for me as much as it does work against me, because if an enemy hits the wall, they're also going to get some recoil from their weapon. Well, if you give this rubbish to the crow, I believe you get something good out of it. Definitely worth it. One more secret. You only get that a little later in the stage. Or do you get it now? No. No, not yet. Anyway, let's carry on. Oh, pfft. Backstabbing is so janky in this game. So janky. Generally, you won't find anything from rolling into these crates. But I just like to do it for the lols. This just opens up the next part of the level. Do not waste any time trying to jump across there. You won't make it. That is for later in the stage. Alright, now I'm sure if you watched my first video, you're very familiar with the mechanics of the game. I've set the L key to pick things up, just because for me that's the easiest way. I'm using the Pro controller on the Switch, not the actual Switch controls. But, this idiot. Well, I've never fought that dragon, I've only avoided him. But I'm going to read a guide and we're going to fight him together or do whatever the fuck you got to do with him. There's some... I just want to backstab. See, even the smallest enemy can provide the greatest challenge. I just had like a much longer fight than I should have had with that idiot. Let's kill this guy quickly. To the left is a fireplace that you will get a lot of use out of, especially in the early stages of the game. This becomes one of the primary fireplaces. Now, because I am a human, or not hollow, I can summon these characters to help me. These are other online players. That's really good. So there's two. Who's this guy? No, thanks. Let's just save this part here. Not save, I mean, okay. There's no saving in Dark Souls, it's automatic. Every time you see that flame in the top right corner, it is saving. So it saves every time you pick up an item or something changes in the game. It saves your point. So you can exit at any point, you don't have to be at a bonfire, and you will... Let's get some... Yeah. Dexterity, I'll need to make a little bit higher if I want specific weapons in the game. But not... but I'll worry about that later on. That ladder, I'll get that in a few minutes. Get this guy first. Usually the game will auto-target, but it seems a bit iffy in the Switch version. Okay. I'm always trying to backstab these fools. I guess with a club it's a bit difficult. I mean, it's a club. What do you want? These guys are beyond irritating. See, now, because I didn't because I didn't kindle that bonfire, I've only got 5 Eustace flasks, orange juice containers. Now, with 5, I'm not going to last long. Oh, he tried to parry me. Hey. I'm trying to get one of them because they can be a challenge on my low level. Come on. Or at least being out in the open. That's all I want. Or I could have just run past them, but you know, these are one of the most challenging early game enemies. They just look at them. They track you like you track them, and if you hit them, your weapon, see, their weapon bounces off and they have excellent range. But when you get one of these yard arms, poles, whatever the fuck you call it, you'll be just as dangerous as they are. Oh, fuck this. I actually don't have the weapon and they're pissing me off, so I'm going to roll past them. I just wanted to get down here. to this guy.
Well, now you seem to then you are trade.
He sells this. I need that, the residence key. So I'm actually going to go back up here and get souls so I can afford the key. Oh my god. Oh, okay, 2 shots. Never mind. I guess I'll try and take him down. Ah, jeez. I can't parry with this ridiculous equipment. Just attack him. He is a lovely fellow, but he does take a while to attack. Let's see if I can goad him. There we go. Thank you very much. See, and that gives me, well, a bit of souls. I'm sure I can get a bit more from this. There we go. I got a lot of souls. That's perfect. That's the right amount for the residence key. There is a house a bit later on in this level, and I can't get in without this key. Let's buy it. That bottomless box is pretty good. Should really buy that spear. Oh, else? Oh wait, hold on. That spear will get you far. It's a great weapon, a great weapon. See, in Dark Souls 1, the one I played, you couldn't like select 2 of these at once. So this is pretty good. Being able to select as many as you want. Oh, I'm so close. Okay, let's just fight a few of these fools. Also do not want to be ganked by these fools. See, one mistake. Take it down. They're worth so little souls, and they take so much life off. Oh, God. Beat them. Please die. Like, I've got to actually use orange juice with these people. So much effort for so much effort for very little output. Anyway, I know this level, so you can just watch me crawling and getting the things I want. Like, I'll show you where all the secrets are. No. See, if I jump, I die. You can roll when you hit the floor, which is a good way to save on health. You can open those doors well, I believe. There we go. Something around the corner. How lovely. Ah, a shield. Perfect. Let's use a proper shield. We're finally getting somewhere. Very nice. Now let's look at the shield and see how much it will actually block. How many points it will block for. Because not every shield provides full protection. This one has 52 stability, and that means it will block half of all attacks. Yeah. So it's not great. You get fantastic shields in this game, like, wonderful shields. Who's this? Fuck right off. Not yet. Let's just kindle this bonfire. Kindling the bonfire ensures that I get more orange juice. And you've got to have, I think the maximum is 15 or 20 orange juice. Who the fuck knows? I'd have to Google it. But by the time we get to the boss, we will be well prepared. We can always keep going through here and just finding weapons like ad hoc. Yeah, we can do that. Or I can buy the spear, you know. I mean, that is enough for the spear. And it will take a considerable more, it will take off more points than this dumb club that I have, and it will be easy to backstab her. Let's see, do they follow me? Oh god, yes. You see that only it blocked a good amount of damage compared to the wooden shield, certainly. But it's not the best. Shut up. Now first you got to check, can you equip the sword? So you go toggle display, and this thing requires, sorry, that you have 11 strength, 10 agility, and that's it. Is that agility? Whatever. But I've got that, so I'm going to buy it. Oh, is it only 600? Nice. Shut up forever. But he has arrows, and if I want to take down that dragon, I will show you. Then you got to use arrows. I don't know how to beat that dragon otherwise. Anyway, now we're going to equip something better. There we go. It may look like it hits for less, but much better. Now you see how my stamina went down. Well, even enemies will even sometimes level and try to protect themselves. It's amazing. I love it when they try to preserve their life. It's like so futile because I'm going to kill you anyway. When they do, let's start dressing ourselves up. Okay, the literal last thing. Let's see, how much does this, oh for goodness sakes. $43. It's terrible. Of course. Oh no, it protects for 13. There, that first value. The hollow soldier waistcloth protects for 13. But it adds 1.5 to your weight. If you have too much weight, represented there in equipment load, if it goes over, say, 25, then you can't fast roll. And if you can't fast roll, then you fat roll. And I'll show you soon what that is. If you're too heavy, you fat roll. But you must always stay agile in this game. Well, that's my build anyway. I stay agile. Agile. There you go. Remember, you gotta kill these idiots. Jeez, the club is better. This is terrible. Oh, this thing is terrible. Anyway. There are enemies in this room, and they will gank and kill you, so what you got to do is you got to kite them. Now, kiting is when you pull an enemy out from their defensive position. And I kited him successfully. There's 2 more enemies in this room. You just got to run past this bomb in the bridge, by the way. Try to kite one at a time. Enemies with shields are particularly dangerous, so don't mess around with them. We're going to get those people throwing the bombs at us, don't worry. But first you got to deal with these people. There are literally enemies hiding everywhere, so it pays to, oh for God's sakes. Don't attack an enemy when they're blocking, obvious, but try to attack an enemy just after they've attacked you or during one of their wind-ups. This over here also, secret way opens up. eventually. Now we can fight 3 enemies on top here. We're going to kite 1 or 2. Just be careful not to be overzealous as you rush towards them, or they'll all come running at once. Oh, that's why you must kick, by the way. It breaks their block. Luckily he came to us. Ah, a helmet. Does this thing really not backstab? Frick. There we go. That's what the residence key is for. That I bought from that moron back there for 500. Gold pine resin makes your weapon electrified and it takes off a lot more damage. I think double or triple damage. I'm not sure. You can check it on Google. The exact numbers are, but it makes your weapon a lot more powerful, especially to enemies that are weak to lightning, which is most of them. Come on. Jesus, that was really stupid of me. Juice. What I'm going to do is open up the shortcut. Like, I'm just going to go through all this once because, as I said, I am teaching you this game. I'm showing you what it's about. For goodness sakes. Shield bearers kick. To kick, you push forward and R at the same time. What is it on the controller? Oh, it is R. And then ZR is heavy. So forward and weak. There you go. There's an enemy up here. Not there. I always go that way like an idiot. He's weak. He has no shield. Fire. This all leads to a boss, and I'm going to go back before I do the boss because I want to level up. Try to over level, you know. The bosses are tough and they don't make it easy on you. So just over level. You'll get to a point, I mean, I will get to that point again when, well, how can I say it? I'm just running around two-handing and dodging because you get very powerful. Down here is a bad time. You can't beat him yet, you're too weak. You're way too weak. Look at these guys. Nope, sorry, you're gonna die. There we go. Your turn. Let's see. Anyway, I will see you later, Mr. Knight. For now, oh, we had armor to equip. Do excuse me. Looking beautiful. This is a trap. Come on. Oh, for goodness sakes. Ah, now you see, I have died and I must recover my souls. Could have avoided that quite simply, but I wasn't paying attention, I was careless, I died. So in this case, no, I still want to be hollow, human if I can. You can run through, and you can roll. Zoinks! And they will follow you, of course, but then you can always get them through a doorway or some shit, I don't know. Up to you. There we go, you can avoid everybody. and retrieve that. And with that, we are at the boss. That's how you can play Dark Souls. That's how speedrunners play it, by avoiding everybody. And I just wanted to go through it the first time, killing everybody. Well, not successfully, sadly. Killing everybody so that we could fight the boss. Now, before we fight the boss, he's not difficult. You got to take out these guys. Because they will snipe you. And it's so irritating. It makes the boss fight unnecessarily difficult. What you can do with that electrified resin, you can place it here. There we go. And now, when it comes time, you can push B to slide down the ladder. Okay, I'm going to apply it with Y. And since you can easily get knocked off, I always just use this strategy to kill the boss. I mean, he's very easy, but even his easiness, like cockiness can take over and he can kill me. Well, that's pretty good. But you see, anything can happen. I mean, look at that. Yep. Let's run away and heal, shall we? Let's heal again. See what I mean? Not doing well with him. Well, that's how you beat the Taurus demon. And that's how you get through to the first boss of Dark Souls. I got a few points, for killing him. You get to see some beautiful light. See, that it was because I was prepared and I knew what to do. The fight was easier than it could have been. It was still difficult and challenging because I wasn't playing correctly. I've never had a good time with this boss in particular. I do have some favorite bosses and some terrible ones. He is one of the terrible ones. And yes, that's it. That's the first boss. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you in part 3, where we meet one of my favorite characters in the game. Good night.